If it's stored in the cloud, then it's automatically safe, right? That's today's cybersecurity myth. Being in the cloud is good. Having a backup and having storage in the cloud can be beneficial, especially for team collaboration, sharing files, updating different things. It can be good, and it can also be good to have that as a backup. You want to have a backup, and cloud storage could be the best solution and best situation for you. You don't want to just assume, though, that something that's put into the cloud is secure and is safe. Sometimes they're still vulnerable. There's a few things you want to think about with cloud storage that you want to keep in contact of. You want to make sure that they have encryption, and that encryption should be in transit when you're accessing the files, moving files back and forth, and at rest when the files are just sitting there and you're not tending to them or moving them back and forth. You want to turn multi-factor authentication on, and this is just a second layer of security. You want to make sure you turn that on so that whenever you try to log in, you have to have that extra code. Bad actor or cyber attacker cannot just log in at their free will whenever they want. You also want to have permissions set correctly. You don't want to have everyone to have access to all files, right? You want to make sure only the people that need to have access to certain files have access to those files. And you want to keep a track of when a employee or a team member may leave. Could be leave a position to another position and now their access may change, or they leave the organization and the business completely. You want to make sure you remove their access so that it's not out there any longer. Always audit, check over your settings, check over who has permissions, and make sure only certain individuals have permissions. You don't want to just give it out to every little person or every individual that possibly could want this information, because it may not be in their best interest to either have it or in your business best interest to share it. You also want to think of what kind of permissions you're giving as far as changing settings to your team members. It's not that you don't trust them, but what happens if their account maybe gets compromised and they have administrative, if everyone has administrative access, now the bad actor, regardless of the account that they compromise, has the administration access. So you want to make sure that only individuals with need to have administrator access has that. Having cloud storage is great. Having cloud storage is very beneficial, but there should be precautions and ways that you do this to keep yourself and your organization and your team safe, and not just assume because it's in the cloud that it's automatically safe.